Hey everybody, and welcome back to Lindsay's Little Library. So I'm here today on the very last day of 2018, which is crazy. I've got my cup of coffee with my very last bit of peppermint mocha creamer in it. I buy one every season and I enjoy it. With my little cup I made that says embrace the chaos because oh lordy lord, is that ever true? But I wanted to pop in today to talk to you about, kind of give you a little wrap up over the last few months of what I read. It hasn't been much. Talk to you about how I did this year and then some goals for 2019. So that's a lot to talk about. So let's just get started. So I don't think I've given you guys a wrap up since like end of October because I have not been reading very much lately, and I don't even have a really good excuse for it other than I've been binge watching Madam Secretary lately, which, what an awesome show. I've been crocheting a lot more lately, just Christmas got in there and we're just busy and books just weren't grabbing my attention like they normally do, so I was just not reading as well. But let's talk about what I did read, all right? I did listen to The Grown Up by Gillian Flynn, which was an awesome audio. Perfect, and this might have been in my last wrap up, but I can't remember. Perfect little book for when you're in a bit of a reading slump. It definitely helped me get out of that reading slump. I haven't gotten back to my normal reading habits since a couple of days ago, but it was awesome. It's psychological, it's classic Gillian Flynn. Don't even know anything about it before you go into it, just read it. Then I picked up Sing You Home by Jodi Picoult. This was one of my 5-star prediction books for Booklist Thursday. This follows basically a court case over frozen embryos and also talks about gay rights. So you have your one character, Zoe, who's just a music therapist, totally throws herself into her career. She was married to Max. They ended up having issues conceiving. They had tried everything under the sun. It didn't work. Their marriage ended up kind of falling apart. Zoe ended up falling in love with another woman, a friend of hers that she knew, and they decided they want to have a family. Zoe couldn't. She could, and Zoe knew she had these frozen embryos still there, so she went to get permission from her ex-husband Max to use them, and they ended up in court together. Classic Jodi, classic, I didn't know whose side I was on. Always conflicting, always a great book. I really enjoyed it. It was a little long in my opinion, but overall really good book. I gave it 5 stars. Then I listened to Every Heart a Doorway by Lindsey McGuire, another short audiobook. I gave it 4 stars. I did enjoy it. I remembered being distracted a lot during the audio, but I did like the story of it. I liked some of the messages that it had. Fantasy book. Still living in this fantasy kick lately too, so I enjoyed that book. Next one I read was Notorious 19 by Janet Ivanovich. I was in this audiobook kind of I guess binge, I don't know. I wasn't having a lot of time sitting down to read, but I'm in a car every day for an hour. So those were kind of my go-to audiobooks. So Notorious 19 by Janet Ivanovich is the Stephanie Plum series that has been going on for far too long. But it's an easy read. I don't have to think about it a lot when I'm listening to it. Classic love triangle, classic crazy, a crazy little cohort that she's with. Lula's always getting into trouble and has funny things to say. Stephanie Plum always gets herself into trouble looking for the bad guy. It just is what it is. I gave it, I think, 3 stars. But again, it's easy listening to it. Then I picked up the book of the month book that you guys all voted for and said I needed to read. I finally read it, and you were not wrong. Eleanor Oliphant is completely fine. I loved this book by Gail Honeyman. Eleanor was such a character that you couldn't help but love. I just couldn't help but love her and feel for her and take on all these emotions that she should have been able to take on herself. But Eleanor is a very strange character. She keeps to herself. She has a pretty crazy past that she survived, and she's trying to find love. And it's right in front of her. and you go through this journey. It's just so sweet. It's so sweet. I really love this. I did read this fairly fast. 3 days, 4, I don't know. It wasn't too long, and I had this like devoured. And then I got back into like this normal reading habits that I've been in. So thank you, Eleanor. Thank you guys for getting me to finally read this book. I will be preaching this book. I do have a few tabs in here. Let's see, what did I highlight? Of course, I put a tab in here. Oh, here it is. Oh my gosh, the part where she describes McDonald's. So funny, you guys. So funny. It's on page 123, the beginning of chapter 14. It's hilarious. So if you have the book, go read it. But the way she talks about McDonald's is hilarious. It's so fun. And the language in here took me a little bit to get used to, kind of how she, because you're in her head, and how she approaches language and describing things and talking. Oh my God, it's so great. It's so great. Then I read Only Child AF. I got into a Kindle kick, so that's good because I have too many books on here, which I should probably do a video and show you what I have on my tablet. But I read Kindle. I read Only Child by Rhiannon Naveen. Here's the cover up there, if you can see that. This follows, I gave it 5 stars, you guys. This was fabulous. So you're in the mind of a 7-year-old. He has survived a school shooting, and you go through it with him. The shooting is over by the time the book starts, but it's the aftermath and how he is dealing with it and internalizing it, and dealing with these memories and these thoughts and these emotions. And wow, it was fabulous. I read that again in only a few days. And then I picked up Verity by Colleen Hoover. Oh, Colleen, you do it every time. Here's the cover up there. 5 stars. It's wow. She is exploring the realm of psychological thriller, and she knocked this out of the park. And I need somebody to talk to about this because I have questions at the end, and I don't want to spoil things, but please, somebody needs to reach out to me. I need, who has read this that I need to talk to, because I have questions about the very last part of it. And what do I believe and what do I don't? Like, what the heck? What? So, won't give you too much, but our main character is an author. She's okay, she does fine, but she's kind of run out of funds. She's looking for her next thing, and this very famous author, Verity, needs a ghostwriter for her. And so she goes and actually moves into Verity's house and begins ghostwriting for her, and so good. I devoured that in like a couple days too. Like, I was sneaking this around with me everywhere, reading this book constantly. So fabulous book. Loved it. And then I am almost done with A Spark of Light by Jody. I'm on page 221. There's 350-ish pages in here, so this will be done most likely by tomorrow. We don't have too much going on today, but it will be done. Well, we'll see. I don't know. We're redoing our bathroom, so I'm kind of in this painting thing. So I'll paint, and while it's drying, I read, and then I go back. I don't know. We got stuff going on, but I can't put this down. I've been staying up way too late lately to read this. I just picked this up probably a couple days ago, I would say. But I love it. I love how pretty the cover is. It's great. It is a little different because it is told backwards through time. So you start at 5 p.m. and you read until 8 a.m. So that one is a little different. There's a member of my book club who's reading it backwards because she was struggling with it going backwards. So she's reading from 8 a.m. up till 5 p.m. and she's loving it that way. There's some really great quotes in here already. There's a great quote in here about parenthood. It's great. So this centers around a gunman who goes into an abortion clinic and starts taking some hostages. The hostage negotiator shows up and finds out that his daughter is in the abortion clinic during it. So kind of crazy. I'm devouring it. It's my book club's book for January. So we meet, I think, in 2 weeks to talk about it. So there's going to be so much to talk about. So much to talk about. So that's what I read in November and December. It's so crazy. But it's okay. I'm alright. I'm back. Like I said, I've read 3 books in like the last week. So we're getting back to it. I'm super excited for 2019. So let's talk kind of goals for 2018. My Goodreads goal for 2018 was 75 books. I'm going to end the year at about 70, 71 books. A little short. Could I probably have pushed through and achieved it these last few weeks? Maybe, but I'm also in this like frame of mind right now. I don't know if it's holidays or what, but I'm just enjoying life right now. So we had that. I also probably, it didn't help that I had the flu for 2 days, so I was down and out for a little bit. Could have probably finished a book in there, but whatever. I got close. I'm happy. 70 books in a year. That's crazy. That's crazy. I love it. Let's see. My channel, I'm so excited with the way it has grown this year. I am, oh my gosh, so thankful for all of you that have been here, that have subscribed. On Christmas Day, I looked that night, and I was kind of tracking my channel for a while. My goal for 2018 was to get to 1,000 subscribers. And on Christmas night, right about 5 o'clock, I hit 2,000. I was like, oh my gosh, I was like a little girl on Christmas, like screaming. That was the best Christmas present ever. I got 2,000 subscribers. Oh my gosh, it was super exciting. So definitely surpassed that goal. I've done a lot of new things with the channel this year. We did Booklist Thursdays. I've done a lot more buddy reads. We did, I'm just doing a little more engagement with you guys as subscribers, because if you weren't here, I would just be talking to nobody. Trust me, I'd still be talking, but nobody would be listening. So some of those goals I'm definitely carrying into 2019. So next year we're continuing with Booklist Thursday. It's happening for sure. I love it. It's too much fun. So we're doing that. I'm definitely going to be I'm looking to do more buddy reads. I would love to do a buddy read every single month. I think I have the first few months figured out, January, February, March, but if anyone's looking to do a buddy read with me, comment below. Be great. I use the app Voxer. We chat back and forth as we read a book together. It'd be so, so, so fun. So we're continuing with that. I also need to seriously look at my bookshelves, you guys. With the holidays, we've been moving some stuff around and making some changes, and obviously I've cleaned this one up a little bit, but I have too many books, which I didn't think was ever possible, ever, but it has happened. I have too many, and so I need to tackle my TBR. So first thing I'm going to do is I got an influx of books in December through the Advent Book Exchange, which is going to continue, guys. We're going to do it again. It has to happen. It was way too much fun. So I have 50 brand new books from Sarah and Lisa, and I need to read them. As I was kind of organizing them and putting them, they're on a different bookshelf. It just fit better. Every book I picked up I was excited for. So I want to read one book from each of them every single month in 2019. So there's my other goal. I need to keep up with my book club books. So there's my other goal. And really tackle my TBR shelf. There's too many. So, I'm not saying I'm not going to buy any books, but serious constraints on buying books this year. Serious. Like, I don't know if I should. I'm not allowed to bring a book in until I get rid of a book. Could be, I don't know. I don't know how we're going to do that yet. I still have to think that through, but serious constraints on my books that I'm bringing in. So not a ton of book hauls. I'm not saying there will be none, because I'm still working with Bookish first. There's going to be books out there I'm excited to buy, but I think I need to just really start going through and being serious with my TBR shelves. Am I really going to read this or not? So that's happening in 2019. As far as like channel goals, growth, I'd love to see 3,000. That would be fantastic. I never thought I would get to 2,000, so I'm perfectly happy hanging out where we are right now. That would be fun. But definitely making sure I keep up on interacting with all of you guys. I try to stay on top of replying to comments. I just love chatting about books, so how can I not, right? So we're going to keep doing that, but we'll see how that goes. I will continue to come at you with wrap-ups, with TBRs, with other book recommendations and thoughts and what I've been buying and what I've been doing. That's not going to stop. I can't help but think of ideas for those things. I'm working on how I want to kind of do my reviews. I think I'm going to call them my soapbox reviews, so they'll be kind of quick, but basically me talking to you about why you should read a book. And I think I'm going going to start with Verity because y'all need to read it. It's kind of a, I don't know, it's not a guilty pleasure book, but oh, it's just so good. So, I think that's kind of where I'm headed. I think so. I should probably write those goals down because, I mean, without them being written down, they're kind of just a dream, but at least I'm recording them, so does that count? If I kind of put them out there, does that count as writing them down? I don't know. But that's where I'm headed. That's where we're going. Yeah. What are your bookish goals for this year? Oh, I haven't set my Goodreads goal yet. I don't know if I'll stick with 75 again. I might. There are also I read some pretty big books this year, which took a little more time. Not that that's an excuse as to why I didn't hit my 75 books, but maybe I'll stick with 75 and kind of see where we go. I don't know. I'm on quite a roll right now, so who knows? I might plow through 10 more books this month. We'll see. Wouldn't it be great? I'm also making it a little bit of a rule because I need to get back into my healthy eating, my working out zone. These holidays were not kind to me. Even with the flu, I gained some weight. But I'm thinking the reason I was able to read those couple of books so quickly on here was because I took this to the gym with me. So I might kind of have a treadmill book for the month that I bring with me, either on the treadmill or on the elliptical or whatever, but it definitely helps me stay on there longer and helps the time go by. And trust me, there are an abundance of books on here that just what I have on my tablet right now should be able to keep me entertained. So let's add that as a goal, as keeping kind of a treadmill book every month to read while I'm at the gym. Because Lord knows I gotta get there. I don't mind going. It's fine. I'm fine. I mean, granted, I haven't been there in a while just because I was sick and blah blah blah. But that definitely helps time go by a little quicker. So there we go. Anyways, thank you again. You guys amaze me. I love this little community we have. I love the friendships I've made throughout the year. Which, oh my gosh, that just reflecting on that alone, as far as the friends that I have gained throughout this year, is just, it makes my heart so happy. So thank you all for subscribing. Let me know, comment below, what are your bookish goals this year? What did you set a Goodreads goal? Do you have anything in mind? Are you gonna tame that big old TBR pile? What are your goals? Comment below. If anyone's read Verity though, I need somebody to talk to pronto. Other than that, like, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.